you give me 5 minutes, I will be in a place to sit, but not right now.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
How long did it take you to get all the historically accurate clothes?
A while. So I've been doing this since I was 14.
Sorry. You're fine. Just kind of documenting what's going on here today in Washington on the Brazos for the Independence Day celebration.
So this guy would say has to be here. That'll be there.
So he
He's the one I think meeting out there who you just told me earlier.
Okay, so that's one or two. So that's two.
two. Well, unless you want to start a social scandal with only a
We don't want to do that.
Is this just an example of the house, or is this somebody's house?
This is the house of Anson Jones. He was
Anson
the
Jones.
last president of the Republic of Texas.
Okay, I got
And
it.
it's mostly, obviously, they've had to replace a board or two.
It's a microphone.
They've had to replace a board or two.
Yeah.
So, but it's mostly the original house.
Right, a good representation of what Anson Jones' house would have looked like. The last
But it is
president
the
of
house.
Texas. Oh yes,
It actually
it's
is the house.
somewhat
It's just had some
refurbished.
repairs.
I get it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So there you go, the home of Anson Jones, the last president of the Republic of Texas before it joined the United States. And there's another.
I talked to the thing that I did was Michael's over at the other thing. You'll want to find a place to eat?
Hi.
See, mostly what I know about.
But very good Neil Smith can get about $1,000.
I think we're at the blacksmith shop.
Yeah, so it's the blacksmith shop.
That's how you stoke a fire right there. That big old bellows. Is that what that's called, the bellows?
Yes, sir. G4, G2. So this is another blacksmith made it for me. His name is Mark. These I did not, but another blacksmith did.
And what are these?
These are J hooks. That can be hammered into a wall and used.
Have you ever heard the joke about the real smart aleck kid that came in the blacksmith shop and picked up the hot horseshoe? A real smart aleck. And the blacksmith had just finished with the horseshoe and set it on the table. And this kid walks up and he grabs it. Ooh, so he let go hot. And the blacksmith said, "It's hot, ain't it?" And the smart aleck said, "I just don't take me long to look at a horseshoe."
Yeah, I think I heard that one before.
Oh, look, there's a spider.
What are you going to be making?
I'm gonna make a bunch of nails.
Nails, I see. All right.
So I'm heating this up in a charcoal forge.
Lexi has already made some nails, and some nails with hooks on them. There's his tongs, all the tools, tongs and pliers. Oh, it's not a cabin, this is storage, like a wood bin, materials. We got axes and pitchforks and shovels and harnesses for hooking up mules and stuff, and scythes for cutting crops, and oh, I think that's like ceramics or glass blowing or something. Pottery. Making pottery, which was for their dishes, that was a big part of it, right? Right, exactly.
Yo pedí ese, todo eso.
Have to make your own. A surveyor.
Yes, sir.
Very important.
Yes, it is. For some people, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to know where your land is.
Yes. If you want to keep your land,
Right.
you might need us. But we're honest surveyors.
So these are actual old survey tools, huh?
These two are originals here. This is a Horace Poole from Easton, Massachusetts. They were instrument makers. This one probably dates from this particular model, or this particular compass, probably dates from around 1850.
Yeah.
They had vernier compasses just like this one in the 1780s, 1790s. And this,
Are you an actual surveyor in
no,
real
sir,
life?
I do this as a hobby.
I see. Well, you're very convincing.
Oh well, it's not really difficult.
Right.
It's pretty simple if you understand the basics, and that's really all you need is just equipment. The basics.
Yeah, I was talking about in appearance, like
Oh,
looking like
oh,
you're
yeah,
in the
this is-
1830s.
Oh, well, we try.
Yeah.
We try. And this little compass here, this is an original. These were called the pocket compass.
It actually pulls tight and taut, and actually holds a lot harder. That's why they also use stuff like arrowheads and stuff like that. You know, because once it dries, it holds on and doesn't come off easy. So, you know.
I believe we found the weapons expert.
One of them, yeah. I also do talk about these are going to be like. Was there anything else you guys want to know about?
What's it called?
Alright, you're welcome. Well, this would be a flintlock, for instance.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Flintlocks were the more common weapon used at this point in history because it's a simple process. It just relies on the rock here. A flintstone
Right.
is preferred because with its sharp edging, it can actually make sparks come off of the metal because it basically
Ignite the
scrapes
powder.
hard and fat. Exactly. And of course, the powder that you use for the charge goes in there, and then the standard powder you're using along with your ball goes down into the
Exactly.
bullet
Yeah,
itself.
I got it. People still shoot weapons like that today for
Oh,
a
yeah.
hobby.
They're fun, and I mean, they're still pretty reliable. I mean, you don't want to get hit by these things after all.
I like that little delay.
Oh no,
Boom.
that's the best part. You hear the.
Yeah.
Of course, the downside with this one, of course, is that even if the steel is ready to go, the main problem comes from the fact that there's still little gaps, especially like right here, where if it's raining, water can get down in there, and if it does, the whole thing won't go off no matter how many times you strike the metal.
Yeah.
Which is where there was a major improvement around the 1820s through 1830s that started to catch on, which was the cap lock system. Now, recently we've been finding that they actually did have some cap locks in Texas. You know, it was always assumed originally because they weren't as common at this point in history that there weren't any, but around San Jacinto they've been finding a handful, I think it's like a couple actually, of actual cap locks that had been left behind. So they weren't common, but they were being manufactured at this point.
Right.
And how they work
That
is,
would be a treasured item.
oh yeah, no, definitely. And how they work instead of using a stone in that, what they rely on is a little cap like you see in the little cap guns they use these
Yes.
days for kids. That goes on the top here, and then just like the other, it relies on the hammer striking, but in this case it just simply sets the powder off, which then sends the flash down into the gun itself and sets it off. The advantage being, though, that you can still put one on there without having to worry about setting off, and the main advantage is that, as you can see, there's no gap there, so shy of dropping it in a river or a pond or something, there's no way for water to get to it except for down through the barrel itself.
More reliable for sure.
Exactly. Even in a rainstorm, like in the Civil War, there were a few battles where it was raining and the troops were still able to fire, simply because the fact that the only time that there was any chance of water getting down was when they were reloading, and after that, you just quickly put it back up, and you know, there's really no problems then.
How fast can somebody that's really adept at it fire that weapon and reload it and be ready to fire again?
Proper soldiers expected to be able to fire at least 3 rounds a minute. I myself can fire 3 rounds in 29 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Which would be around, you know, expert marksmen and sharpshooters are expected to shoot like that sometimes.
I see.
It just depends on your training and level of capabilities.
You're not just into history, you're actually a gun guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pause. pallet and a bed with a bearskin, 2 bearskin blankets, I guess you'd say. I don't know, bearskins to keep warm. Fireplace to keep warm. How y'all? Hang on, you got a blister bug right there. One of them bad things. Watch out, don't let him fly on you.
Thank you.
Yeah, they give you a blister if they bite you.
Oh, no. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Got little piggies.
Yeah.
These are pens like they would have built back 190 years ago, I suppose. They didn't have a hardware store that you could go down and buy materials at. Had to use what they had. So this, to me, this looks like a good place to sit down and rest a minute. What is that kind of show called?
This is a Punch and Judy show.
But I mean the overall.
A puppet show.
That's what they're all called, Punch and Judy shows?
This particular style, yes. It's a hand puppet show out of Britain. That would have been in the colonies, and then as the nation expanded westward, entertainers would have brought it further west.
Right, it would have toured. Yeah, very good. There's the Texian magician. Oh, you're the Texian magician. The one and only. Oh, and you are...
Your professor, Johnson S. Gunn.
Thompson S. Gunn.
Oh, look at you.
A professor. Oh, he's a fire eater.
Yes.
It's not your first rodeo.
I know.
All right.
Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, no wait! Mr. Punch! Mr. Punch! Mr. Punch! Oh dear, oh dear, dear. Oh dear, I should have not have had that 13th donut. Oh, this is the 13th. Green filled, the powder, the glaze. Oh, my tummy hurts. Oh, my
Yum.
Well, this has been interesting and a good day. I have had a good number of people see me filming and come up and ask me, hey, you have a YouTube channel? Are you just going to be on YouTube? And yep. How do I find you? And I give them my little card. I got little cards on the YouTube channel. It has a QR code. You point your camera at it, it takes you right to my channel. So if you're here and you saw me, howdy, and you're watching this. So I'm going to close it out. There's more here. Next year I'll be more prepared to try to capture it all. I got here a little bit late and I'm kind of tuckered out, to tell you the truth. I'll always shoot straight with you. I've had enough. I'm tired, I'm hungry. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, 1:45. Haven't eaten a bite today. So before I go, may your troubles be few and your blessings be many. And until next time, I appreciate you and I'm out of here.